Lore Master Jito here. I'm the librarian of Azeroth, and I'm bringing you the lore straight from the books. Today we're reading the Transcribed Kul Tirans journal. This book is given to you by Stellan Varasa, a fellow librarian on the Siren Isle, after you complete her quest chain. I ain't trying to claim I'll be any good at this, but I promised my beloved Esther I would try, bless her heart. I never really put pen to paper before, but now is as good a time as any, I suppose. It'll help you sort your thoughts while out at sea, she said. I hope she's doing well, and those gulls aren't giving her too much of a bother. As it stands, I've been gone for months, and I hope after this last shipment we'll be headed home. These Ashvane are a tough lot, and I'm not sure it was a right good idea to help them on this venture, but here we are. Part of the next entry is smudged. And my job to reassure the crew, and I understand the doubt, but we've been paid hefty coin for this venture. My mates are some of the best on the seas, and if anyone can get these Ashvane where they want to go, it's my crew. Still, I feel uneasy trying to find this isle. Even if there is that azerite or whatever rock out there, I don't reckon it's worth the risk with all the stories. But mayhaps I should be more like Minnow. They were giving and me and Lessa a hard time for being superstitious old fogies. That got a good laugh out of the crew. I reckon Minnow ain't more than a decade younger than Lessa, and you should have seen the face Lessa made. It had Minnow running for the mast. The first legible entry seems to be near the middle of the page. Fair skies for such a strange place. For such a small isle, it's covered in a dense forest. Even from the boat, I don't think any wind rustles through those trees. It seems to me like the whole isle is holding its breath, but for what I couldn't say. We went to set anchor in the sheltered bay on the leeward side, but was greeted by a graveyard of other ships. An ill omen to be sure, and none too friendly for docking. We managed to navigate to the windward side, and as promised we landed her on the beachhead with the other ship. A watery stain has blurred much of the ink together. Scout reported back, "Wells of azerite, they say." We began offloading the supplies and chopping the timbers. A bit sad to see the trees fall, but that's the price of progress, I suppose. One of the overseers, Katja I think her name was, began planning a railway-type system to get from the azerite to the ships so we don't have to haul it all on our backs. A right smart lass she is, but a bit mean, too. Seems to be the way with these Ashvane folk, but I shouldn't be casting stones, as Esther would say. There's something right unnatural about this isle. Even as the forests start to thin, still seems to me that things are too still. The flying beasts even seem to keep their distance, unless one of those Ashvane get too close. Unfortunately, we've lost a few of them that way. At least the Crowlusks are manageable, but even they seem to have a certain wariness and intelligence about them I ain't ever seen in ones back in Borealis. It's a bit unnerving to have one of them stare you down with those glinting eyes in the night. Just watching. Waiting, it seems like. I ain't never seen the Duke so on edge. I've suggested we place scouts, and the Ashvanes seem to agree, thank the seas. A large ink smudge covers the next few sentences. Starting to wonder if the old tales about this place were true. Minnow was out yesterday and said they spotted sirens off the shore. Not a huge surprise given the name of this place, but similar to the other creatures, they seem more wary of us. With the other wildlife acting the way it does, it's downright eerie, almost like they're waiting for something. Told them I did. Something about this place just ain't right. Last night Wiggins came running over all in a huff about some golden man or some such. Them Ashvane reckon he's taken leave of his senses, but I believe him. I've known Wiggins for years, and he ain't a coward, and he's the least superstitious of us. If he saw something, then there's something out there. Blotches in various parts of the page make it hard to read. We lost so many in the storm, plucked right off the deck. Crawled right up out of the ocean and up the boats they did. Terrors I haven't seen the likes of before. Crabs as big as the hull, giant serpent-like bugs, and the wailing. If I wasn't convinced this island is bad news, I certainly believe it now. Smashed to pieces by the storm. Came out of nowhere, and my poor maiden's reckons we should repair with what little we have. Most of the timbers are ruined, and there is precious little on this island we can get to that's not near those flying beasts. The railway timbers aren't seaworthy, so there's no options left. Still, Lessa has the right of it. If we have enough to repair the other ship, the rest of the page is illegible. The writing on this page seems a bit shaky. Don't even know where to begin. With the fallout of the storm, not only did we have to cannibalize my dear maiden's whisper, but with all the azerite, there ain't enough space for us all to go back on the one remaining vessel. And with another storm on the horizon, we drew lots. I was one of the unlucky ones selected to stay behind and help mine the small lot of azerite that's left. Most of the crew decided to go, but bless their hearts, Wiggins, Lesa, and Minnow all stayed. The Duke, too. We'll be back for you, they say. I wish I could believe that to be true. Esther, give me strength. It seems like a fair amount of time has passed between entries. Been mining for what feels like ages. We even used what timbers we had to build a makeshift living space for those of us left. Seemed a better idea to chance it with them, what did that Ashvane call them? Wyverns, I think? Than down near the shores when the storm rolls in. We even repurposed the crow's nest up on Tempest's crest to watch for the return ship. Nothing yet, though. The longer we stay on this forsaken isle, the more strained things seem to be getting between us and the remaining Ashvane. Had to break up several fights over the last few days, and that brute Fentley only seems to fan the flames. Even the Duke doesn't seem to like him, and that's a telling sign to me. Still, dirt makes the next entry hard to read, along with shaky handwriting. Happens so fast. 1 minute I'm swinging a pickaxe, next a giant rock hand crushes the poor Ashvane bloke next to me. A monstrosity like I'd never seen before, and made of azerite no less, killed over half the people we had left before we backed it into that cave. The Overseer's quick thinking is all that saved the rest of us, what with the explosives we threw at it. Caved in the mound on it, seas take it. There are less than a handful of us left now. Thank the sea, Minnow, Wiggins, and Lesa made it out safe. Dunno what I'd do without them at this point. Buried. Not much left, but it felt wrong not to have anything. Spirits are at an all-time low, it seems. The next sentence seems to be written so shakily it's hard to make out the letters. Gone. They're all gone. I was up in the sleeping quarters making the lunch since it was my turn, and there was this loud bang or screech or... The sentence seems to trail off. I don't know. They're all gone, like they were never here to begin with. I must have ran over this entire island looking for them. I put some stakes out back in the graveyard just in case, but they can't just have disappeared. That doesn't make any sense. Even all their bags and tools are still there and... To leave. Can't stay. The Isle is coming for me next. The Duke ran off when the bang happened. Ain't seen him since. I can't go back. Found a cave on the windward side of Tempest's crest. Running out of supplies to write with. I must survive. The ship will be here soon. Crowlusks are on the prowl outside. Ate one yesterday and I can feel their eyes watching me. This page has the last remnants of legible writing on it. It's clear that whoever was writing this likely used pieces of charcoal, as most of the words are smudged badly. Some words are also written in a crimson brown, along with a few splotches on the page and smell faintly metallic. Duke is gone, the crew is gone, everyone is gone. And But the song, I can hear it now. When I sleep it's louder. It's calling, a sweet gentle song, just like Esther would sing. The Isle itself. Find it I will. Followed the song and dug till my hands bled. And it, a door. Theories were true, all of them. The rest of the page is illegible and covered in a dark stain. And that was the translated Kul Tiran journal. Let me know your thoughts on the lore we uncovered today in the comments below. If you're craving more lore, here's a few recommendations from the collection to browse. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to activate your library card and check out more books with me, the Librarian of Azeroth. Thanks for watching.